Fun. Hello everybody. Welcome to this special called Donkey Kong Country Returns special. I'm Cullen, aka Big C-Man. Let's check it out. Here is Donkey Kong Country Returns. So, the whole people in the reality what I think of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Good. I thought it was a good game. When I first saw a little bit of the gameplay, I thought the graphics looked pretty intense and cool for a lot of video game characters. When I played it on the Wii, I was like, this is pretty damn amazing. The levels in Donkey Kong Country Returns look pretty damn amazing to watch and to play. Like, in the game it only had 8 worlds. One was the jungle, second one was beach, third was the ruins, fourth one is the cave, the fifth one's the forest, number 6 is the cliffs, the 7th is factory, the 8th one, the final one's volcano, and a bonus called the golden temple if you defeat the final battle. In one player mode, you're only Donkey Kong, and Diddy Kong is on your back. What sucks is you have to have another player to play as Diddy Kong because you can't play him separately, which kind of sucks though. Came back in a video game over 14 years later after the 3rd sequel to it. Cranky Kong was pretty cool as well, being the worker of his own shop. In Donkey Kong Country Returns, you could spell the letters K-O-N-G to get Kong, just like the original Donkey Kong Country game. You don't get an extra life if you spell the words Kong. You'll get like a pretty good bonus bit, but you can also collect puzzle pieces. Sometimes, like after you collect them and get 100%, you have a time attack mode, and if you beat the golden temple, you'll do a mirror mode with only 1 health without Diddy Kong to help you, which is pretty damn hard to tell you the truth. Donkey Kong Country Returns is pretty hard if you get into the hard levels. Hell, I think it's fun to watch the game. There were animal friends in the Nintendo Wii game for Donkey Kong Country Returns. You can only ride one animal friend, and that's Rambi the rhino. Squawks the parrot will help you find the puzzle pieces in the game, which is pretty damn amazing. When I played that game, it felt like I was watching a funny comedy film that's kind of like PG-13 or whatever. But the gameplay looked pretty good because you can use a Wii controller to do the ground stomping, and Diddy Kong will help Donkey Kong in his jetpack for boost obstacles and stuff like that. When I finished Donkey Kong Country Returns, it almost took me a month to beat that game. So here's a little history. 1994, we started with the rare action game called Donkey Kong Country that starred Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. Your animal friends, you have Rambi the rhino, Espresso the ostrich, Winky the frog, and Guard the swordfish, and Squawks the parrot. Your Kong family, you have Cranky Kong, Funky Kong, and Candy Kong. This debuted King K. Rool. That character is pretty damn scary to see, a character like that, and you got a bunch of gremlins in the game. A year later, 1995, was Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest, which you had Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. Donkey Kong gets captured by the gremlins. You got your animal friends, Rambi the rhino, and Guard the swordfish, Squawks the parrot, Rattly the rattlesnake, Squirter the spider, Glimmer the anglerfish, and Clapper the seal. Yep. The Kong family's fun. Your Kong family characters, you got Cranky Kong, Funky Kong, Wrinkly Kong, and Swanky Kong. Swanky is by far the coolest Kong, like Funky Kong. And then 1996 was Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, where you have Dixie Kong and Kitty Kong. Since the second one, Diddy's Conquest, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble, you have Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong get kidnapped by this robot named Chaos. Animal friends are Elephant and Guard the swordfish, Squawks the parrot, Squirter the spider, and Perry the parallel bird. Your Kong family got Cranky Kong, Funky Kong, Wrinkly Kong, and Swanky Kong. And King K. Rool was turned to Captain K. Rool, and then he was like a Frankenstein character named Baron K. Roolenstein. After 3 successful Donkey Kong Country games that were produced by Rare and be featured on Game Boy Advance and one for Game Boy Color, Nintendo 64 came back in 1999 with Donkey Kong 64, which is a 3D platforming game. You have the original cast, Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. New ones were Lanky Kong, Tiny Kong, and Chunky Kong. Sadly, one of the Kong family members died. Wrinkly Kong is now a ghost. You got Cranky Kong, who's a mad scientist. Funky Kong is the cool dude. And Candy Kong comes back. There aren't much animal friends, just Rambi the Rhino and Guard the Swordfish and Squawks the Parrot. King K. Rool is out of his mind in this game. When Retro Studios produced Donkey Kong Country Returns, the Gremlings and K. Rool were replaced by Tiki Tong and a bunch of evil tikis, which is kind of funny though, because there weren't much animal friends except Rambi and Squawks. And Diddy Kong and Cranky Kong came back with Donkey Kong. Retro Studios was involved to make the Metroid games, 4 of them, and Donkey Kong Country Returns was basically a winner to me for a Nintendo Wii platforming game. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this silly, awesome bit I just did. I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank Chad and Steve and all the YouTube people and all my friends for watching this bit. If you like Donkey Kong Country Returns, play the game. Well, thanks for watching Donkey Kong Country Returns Special. I'm Cullen, aka Big C-Man or C-Man. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'm out of here. See ya.